Hello, oh yeah. Hey guys, they're gonna start, so if you could all just keep quiet. Hi, I'm Fede Carcano.
And I'm Nadia, and we're presenting sustainable soap. It's how we change the used oil into soap.
So we're gonna start with an icebreaker. In the activity, we give you a post-it and you wrote your name and where you're from. And what you have to do is, we're gonna give you, you have to write a guess in the space you left of how many barrels of oil you think your country uses per day.
Per day?
Yeah, like a guess of how many barrels.
But it's like 200 liters. It's more than, it's like 300 liters.
It's 158,987 milliliters per barrel.
Does everybody have their guess?
Yeah.
Everybody got their guess? Just a wild guess. It doesn't matter. Okay, so now, next slide.
This is a pie chart of the amount, of the difference of some of the countries that use oil. As you can see, United States is the one that most uses, and St. Helena is the one that uses.
So these are the actual quantities of oil per country.
Was anyone close to the...
That's per day.
That's per day.
Is that oil for deep fried?
Oil.
Is that also gas?
Like every...
Now with that much oil, we're gonna show how many soaps each country could make per day. So United States could make 49 billion 926 million soaps per day. Brazil could make 6 billion 874 million 100,000 soaps. Mexico could make 5 billion 652 million 450,000. Colombia could make 760 million 550,000. Peru could make 548 million 285,000. Dominican Republic could make 324 million 95,000.
Panama, 262 million 58,500. Honduras could make 154 million, and Nicaragua 8 million. So with these numbers, you can see how many oil is being wasted and how it could be used in a different way, like we turned it into soap.
So us for each batch, we can make 10 soaps. So you can see that one batch doesn't even compare to the amount of oil that is used and wasted, and that is just per day, not per year, per month, per day.
So really think about how much oil this is, how much is used. what is sustainability? Sustainability is how biological systems remain diverse and productive, or how something lasts long and it's still productive.
Now we're gonna talk about the structure of our project, how we came up with it. So first we brainstorm.
So we brainstormed for sustainable ideas in all the global issues, and we thought we wanted to do water pollution. Then we came up with the idea of using soap, like what we thought what pollutes the water most, and we thought about oil and how people throw it in the water without knowing the damage. So we thought about soap, like making it something useful. And so we researched about waste and soap, and we came up with this idea in a more concrete way.
So then we developed.
So we found the recipe. We contacted many restaurants, like local chains, Pangea, Chino Latino, Sushito. They're just like restaurants. They gave us their oil,
The used oil for like frying.
and we got them the materials, and we cooked the soap here.
So then we reflected. So we tried the recipe various times until the result was perfect. And we waited 3 weeks for the soap to dry. And this is an example of a soap. This is just the first batch. It's in the shape of a shell. And as you can, like, this isn't perfection. It was just the first time we tried. And after we did a couple of batches, we got more perfect ones we don't have right now.
And like right now, the soap we began with a small idea, but like the superintendent is using the soap in his house, and like it's beginning to become like something bigger now that we have the soap and the recipe mastered, because we had a tough time getting it mastered at the beginning, and so now we have it ready to like be something big.
So this is the recipe. So we used 600 milliliters of used oil and some these chemicals. So what we did was we filtered the oil and we mixed it with a chemical to cause a reaction that then purified the soap and took away the waste, so it would end up being soap.
So the first time that we did this, we didn't get the oil filtered correctly, so the salt made it hard before it had to be, and we failed like I don't know how many times. We had a long day that day, but after like some trials, we finally like got the soap, and we got conformed that it had to be.
So this is a video of our first soap trial. before we continue explaining what our soap is about and its
Like
uses,
right now, do you have any questions of the main part?
Could I see the soap? If I have it.
If you want, you can pass it around.
remember it's just our first time, so it's not as protected.
Since the recipe does need sodium hydroxide or lye, how will it be implemented into like larger countries which already have the oil but instead need like other resources as well? Like how could this idea be implemented into bigger societies?
Like what do you mean with other materials instead of oil?
Because they have the oil, but like the recipe also needs such things like water is easy to get, but salt and sodium hydroxide. How will it be? Like,
It's an easy chemical to get, like,
Yeah,
We
like
got it
one
at
of
a
our
store.
group members got it really easily. Like, so it's not that difficult to make. You just have to like put time to it and be willing to spend time in a lab to make the soap and like try many times again.
and there's also a way to make liquid soap, and I think you don't need the chemical, but we haven't tried that yet.
What is the final cost of all the materials used to make the soap?
Well, the oil it didn't really cost because restaurants give it to us willingly because they have nothing to do with it. And the chemical, I'm not really sure because we weren't the one of our group who bought it, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
But after you sell the soap, you come out like with profit.
You have profit after you sell the soap.
Yeah, it's gonna be profit.
It's not really expensive, like the chemical is not really expensive.
So it is made to sell, or are you thinking of like donating it to poor countries?
Right now, we're still like making more soaps if we want to sell it, but we're not sure if we're gonna sell it like to the public or like in little markets, or like we're not sure what we want to do with our project, like what the next step is gonna be, if it's already selling or we're doing something with it before selling.
so like with the United States numbers of oil, you could give like 3 bars of soap to every person in the world. Do you think that like this could be implemented into sort of a bigger society, and if so, like what are you planning to do with the business?
Also, I think that it could be implemented, but it does require a lot of contribution because we were 10 people cooking the soap, and to make 30 bars of soap we took 8 hours, and so you would need much more people, and also like we would need to make something like more concrete, like a business, because like to get oil, this much oil, and to store it and
Yeah,
everything.
our project is still in its beginning steps. We haven't really developed it as much yet.
As we would have wanted, but also it takes like a long time for the soap to be ready for its use. So it's also hard to know if the process really worked until the soap is ready for its use.
Just one last question. Are you planning on making a profit yourself, like you make a company, or are you just planning on like giving this idea to other companies or to the stores themselves so that they make this soap?
We're beginning to think of that, but what we thought was passing this to people in low resource communities that can't pay for their education, or like parents that can't afford, like with their job can't have a good life, for them to use this and sell and make profit to live a better life. But we're still checking the details of that, or hearing a big like company, or it's like we're making the decisions. It's still easy. So let's click the what page, so the next one. Get them all there.
Que está planeando y vendernos en una buena cosa. Porque te conté muchas familias que han ido, la mayoría de construir en África y también en Asia, que no tienen soap ni se pueden bañar, y con la poquita agua que tienen no les alcanza a poner soap. Entonces haciendo esto, con eso, dividirlo por 6.7 billones, que es ahorita la population, pudieron darle a cada todo el mundo 7
Our
litros de soap.
homepage doesn't really have
No van a
information,
poner
and there
profit.
is a video of how we made it.
Además, yo no confiaría en ese socio porque ni siquiera voy a abrirlo. Entonces, lo mejor es llamar.
Y aparte para que yo compre eso con los 49
So right now, while the webpage loads, we want you to think, how could you get the resources to do this in your community, or how could you modify this project to also have it in your community? Like talk with your tables and think, how would you do this?
There could be fun. Bueno, yo no soy parte del gym, pero me gustaría pensar que
No,
sí.
yo ya estaba podemos hacer
Ways that you can implement this idea to society. I think since we are in a like society, we can't really implement this because we have like the economic means to build or even buy another soap. But in very like low economic countries like in Africa or Syria or Iraq, like these could be very like life-changing plans, because not only is this extremely profitable, but like building routes
That was their position.
No, like for me, it does, but I'm like,
so even though you can't apply, like you want to sell to someone who doesn't but with people who are living in extreme poverty, they can easily like get profit from this. So it's really incredible.
so, like somebody else, like prepare
there's
something
something
else,
out
you're also
it's waste, o sea,
so prepare
oil, they're making like electricity, so but I think they can sell another one which is like hygiene and maybe prevent diseases if they give the soap and
So if you could, if you could think of an idea, if you
Una gota, lo echas en la botella y 6 metros brilla.
Ay.
Por ahora sí, por ahora sí. Más adelante vamos a ver qué trata de tú puedes echar el agua y que la puedas y que puedas tomar el agua. Hay
¿Tú trabajas en esto? Te puedo contar algo. Porque estarían planeando hacer una business si se pone por el USA. Porque USA si tiene ese tipo de hoyo, puede darle 8 bars of soap a cada persona del mundo. O sea, por ejemplo, no le vas a ir y darle un bar of soap a una persona en Beverly Hills, porque obviamente te ponen actual soap.
La cosa también es como lo bueno de este proyecto es que luego también if you teach people how to make it, the way to make it, just program when they have like a
Sí, y o sea, por ejemplo, countries that live in extreme poverty like Kenya or like low economic countries, like they can really profit from this because they can't even afford a bar of soap or water even. So like not like it's not necessarily a business, like it would be a great like fun. ¿Qué andan discutiendo?
¿qué?
Díganle sus ideas a la cámara.
Nuestras ideas es que ellos tienen que definir,
¿No?
ellos tienen que definir qué quieren hacer con el jabón, porque si se van a meter en el mercado tienen que hacer un estudio de mercadeo para ver si aquí el público meta y el público real que van a abarcar, porque sin eso no van a poder establecer nada concreto, y si no lo van a hacer de esa manera y van a querer esparcirlo como a la pobreza para ayudarles a ganar su propia plata, ellos tendrían que ver cuánto va a costar ese producto y qué tan caro les va a salir, y tienen que sacar el costo implícito y el costo explícito.
Y cuánto espera hacerlo y cuánto, y aparte no sería tan buena una idea hacerlo una, bueno, es mi opinión, pero yo no soy tequito, pero no sería tan buena resource como business, porque...
Por eso lo que les falta, yo siento que, o sea, ya tienen la idea, ya vieron que funciona, lo que les falta es como terminar de encajar todo, o sea, como ver el mercado, como dice Paulina, como estudiar todo, sacar un producto, una marca o algo así, porque sí, o vender la idea, para que de verdad, porque es una idea increíble, es algo súper lógico, o sea, algo que funciona, pero creo que un montón de gente ignorante va a decir ni es de aceite, entonces ¿qué hacen? Y no van a querer comprarlo y
Tiene que ver mucho con lo que
con saber que es de aceite no lo van a querer
Pero, o sea,
comprar.
por ejemplo, una persona como en nuestras comunidades, like they won't really benefit from this because they can actually afford a bar of soap. But in countries that are living in extreme poverty, like in
Por
Africa
eso
or
la
Middle
idea
East,
es sacar el nombre y que la vendan como no hagan, o sea, que suene, tiene que ser un
Like
estudio de
help.
mercadeo.
Sí, y no solo es eso, es el gasto
Si la gente
implícito.
si la gente de clase media compraría eso, media alta, compraría un jabón hecho de aceite, y si no, irse a las clases más bajas con, pero, o sea, dando el aceite, digamos, el jabón que ellos están haciendo, pero vendiéndose como
Pero eso sí las cobran vender. Por eso tienen que ser mujeres que van a hacer.
digan esas ideas ahorita que pasan ellos. Okay, ¿cuáles son sus ideas?
No me gusta la idea de vender mi jabón porque ¿quién va a querer jabón usado de petróleo? Yo creo que deberían de no donarlo, bueno, venderlo a poco precio, ya que dijeron que puede vender barato. Y pues si le sobra, poder usarlo para otra cosa.
O a lo mejor ni siquiera venderlo, más bien, o sea,
Distribuirlo.
recibir funds para hacerlos, porque obviamente el petróleo puede que se lo den gratis, pero por ejemplo el lye o el sodium hydroxide no,
Claro,
eso
está en todas
cuesta,
partes,
sí.
aparte.
Y en vez de venderlo como una business, de que sería una buena idea también dárselo a personas que no pueden afford soap, porque no pueden, por ejemplo en low economic countries como Kenia o
Sí, no van a conseguir eso.
Usar a Peach en Smash, güey.
¿Cuáles son sus ideas? What are your ideas?
So after,
How can you apply this solution to your societies or everyday life?
Dani, ayúdame.
So what we were thinking is that many enterprises sell oil to other companies that may treat the oil and they use it. So what they could do is that they go to the restaurants, they buy the oil, then they do what they were doing, like to make the soap, and then when they sell it, they can use the money they get to pay for the oil, and then like many people do it for passion, so they don't have to pay them for their work, or to others maybe they would have, and then like the extra money could be used to make more soap for developing nations or communities that don't have so much access to it, or as they were saying, to use it for education for others.
Very good. Say all your ideas when they come out and they ask for it. That's a really good idea. ¿Cuáles son sus ideas?
Mis ideas es ir a Shark Tank, empezar esto, van a dar millones, va a ser un negociazo.
no, nuestra idea es implementarlo también en el community.
No, hombre, ya no te
A ver, no, lo que robando mi idea, no te lo puedo robar.
¿Lo mío o lo de él?
¿Cuál era tu idea?
¿Para qué? O sea, implementar esto en el colegio y decir que a uno se le dice para hicieron esto, enseñar la webpage, enseñar los salones a la AM Community para que ellos también lo hagan. Gracias.
El chiste es que many, for example, people like us that are social, like economically stable, we won't really buy a soap made out of petroleum or oil because it's not very hygienic. So, but we can use like this idea to sort of give it to people in
Donate it.
donate it to countries with low economies or
El señor se quiere hacer rico en eso.
funds.
Yo tengo una idea de eso. Mira, aparte, según yo,
Pero el señor se quiere hacer rico con eso.
Shark Tank, dale, Shark Tank.
si les dices, pues, o sea, tal vez si no lo hacen. Entonces, hacer que un día en lab, de que cada salón o así, que tenga un día en lab, que lo hagan y ya recolectando todos esos, se los vamos a donar a algún lugar.
Vas a pagar
Un all day lab, ¿no? O sea, no estaría mal.
Vas a pagar
Espérate.
$400
Lo que tú
tú.
quieras hacer, porque voy a pagar una
Es lo que
lab.
va a estar mal.
Me trae como sirviente.
besides just taking the oil away. Well, you would benefit also the restaurants because restaurants pay for companies to take their oil. So you're actually making them a favor. And
So if you
saving
ask
money.
them, they will like willingly give it to you for free. You won't have to pay or anything.
And also, this might not be something big for you, but if you teach it to people that you know that maybe don't have enough money as you or are not as fortunate as you, that can go to a good school or that can come to these types of conferences, like if you teach them like your maids or something, they can really benefit like in making money to help their families or something.
And you don't need a chemistry lab to do it. As long as you have oil and the chemical, you can make it at home.
So we're gonna show you the websites.
So before we show you the website, we're just gonna discuss ideas we came up with. So what about you guys?
It really depends on the price of the chemical that you're talking about. Because how you can expose it to people who have like less income or families.
But if you
Like, I don't see the oil increase of the
you give them also with the money they buy the chemical and then they make more soap and then from there they start to get profit and they use part of the profit.
Yeah, and the chemical really doesn't cost that much.
Oh, so then your plan is to give the soap.
Like the soap we have already made, give them to those people so they can begin with something.
Yeah, and teach them how to do it. Not only give it to them because with them, like if
So
you
you're,
give it to them, you
se van a aprender la idea.
Yes.
No la van a hacer ustedes.
No, no.
O sea, hace cuenta y vamos a ir haciendo, pero besides what we're gonna sell, we're gonna give it to people in low like income communities, like that are out of Monterey, and give them the idea so they can start like a little business in their community to be like the soap provider of their community, so that they can also earn money from it.
So you guys are not going to establish then the whole company, right?
In the city we are, but there we're not.
like yeah, we're just passing on the idea and like teaching people to do it. We haven't really decided if we're gonna like keep on doing it ourselves or we're just gonna like pass it on.
All right.
So you?
I think that this idea is great, but I don't think it should be used like to sell it or to make a profit. I think that if you donate it to people in need, it will solve two global issues. You could be helping the restaurants and the oil, but also you could be helping people to be more hygienic and maybe prevent diseases.
Yeah, we do wanna like give it to people, but we also wanna like help like teach them how to do it, so we're not just like giving them, they can actually do things.
For the project to be sustainable, it has to last and still be like working. So that's how we want our impact to last. And also, we would also be tackling poverty, or trying to tackle poverty. We're helping them start a business.
So you guys, do you have any ideas? No?
It's good, the idea.
Okay.
For example, if you go to a really poor community and you teach a person in the community to make the soap, wouldn't that just be sort of enforcing someone to start their own business and creating even more poverty? So if you only teach one person to do it and they start their own business, they're going to start selling it to the other people, and then those people are going to waste their money on the made soap, and it's just going to cost even more
Like
poorness in the
we're not just gonna do it to one person, to many, and like they don't really have to make a business of it. They can just create soap and use it for themselves. They don't really have to start a business. We're just passing on the idea and trying to.
And also knowing that like in those communities there's not big restaurants that could provide the oil. It's also the idea of them with the oil they use, instead of throwing it to the water, they can use it and just keep using their oil for better things.
So take in the back. Do you have any ideas?
Well, we live in Puebla and there are many restaurants that sell their oil to an enterprise and they process it and they later use it. I'm not sure for what, but probably for like fuel. So what you could do is to buy the oil from them, make the soap, and then with them like sell it, and with the profits you could pay for all of the materials you are using and gain the money you lost by buying the oil. And then with the extra money, of course, like maybe guys like you would do it for passion and wouldn't like ask for you to get paid, or many other people would. So like you could use the money to pay them, and also for you to like what you were saying before, to use the money to like educate more people. And what you were saying was great about teaching others because they could use it, but many people won't have the accessibility to those resources, especially in developing nations.
Okay, so you know that the point like the profits, and you said that you said that you would pay people. What we do with the profits, and what we're gonna keep doing is donating it to organizations, or also using it to provide the chemicals to the people we're teaching. Because as you said, many can't buy at the beginning of the business where they don't have any profits. We want to provide them with the tools to begin their own business. And obviously, as it goes on and they have more profit, they're going to be able to buy their own materials.
What about you guys? Do you have any ideas?
Well, but we also found out whole profits that it would be better if you donate them to people who need them and sell them. And well, just another thing we thought of just to make them like prettier, just adds color and like
I said like we have it like scent and stuff like that, but that one is one of our oldest bats. So yeah, it's not appealing. But yeah, we are working it and making it more appealing and like
or to the people you donate to, like write like their names on it, carve them in.
Also, the problem was that if you use colorant, like food coloring, it will wash away. So if you're washing your dishes, you're suddenly gonna see the water bloom.
yeah, because the soap can be used for hand soap, cold washing, dish soap, and it also really works to like wash paintbrushes. It takes the paint off really easily.
What would be more ways to make the soap more appealing to like communities like ours?
Like have it in a good wrapper because that's
And also like the mold we put them in, we're also working on like which one comes out better like without so many like fancy stuff.
Do you wanna show your idea?
No, just one quick question. Can you make the soap smell better? Like adding something?
Yeah, we can. Like we have made some batches where we add like lavender and lemon extract and they actually smell like that. They don't smell like used oil.
So we're gonna wrap up because there's no more time to. So here's our webpage. You can see the link. And if you want further contact, you can just, there's contact information in the webpage. If you want, you can leave it on while they exit, so if you want to write it down. So thank you.